Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Marriage and Relationship Talk 201 with Pastor Isaiah James. I want to take this time out to welcome you into the month of November. 1 month to go, we're going to bid 2024 a goodbye. I'm happy you made it to the month of November. So, happy new one to everyone, my lovers, my friends, and my family around the world. Welcome to the month of November. Welcome to Marriage and Relationship Talk with Pastor Isaiah James. I'm happy to have you join me in today's edition of Marriage and Relationship Talk 201 with Isaiah James. I promised you on my last video on Marriage and Relationship Talk that I'm going to talk strictly on the necessary ingredient that you need to build a happy, healthy, successful marriage and relationship. Okay, so we are going to deal with that today. So stay tuned, share this video with somebody, call somebody to join the live, and we're going to talk about something very important. Make sure you recharge your phone and subscribe well so you don't get cut off. Welcome. Let's talk about marriage and relationship. This is Marriage and Relationship Talk 201. We're still going to have, it's a weekly event, and we're going to have on Friday next week by 2 p.m. GMT plus 1. Okay, so don't fail to always keep a date with me. This is Pastor Isaiah James. So today we are going to talk on the first ingredient to making marriage healthy, successful marriage and relationship. The first ingredient you need to build a healthy, happy relationship is what I call godly character and positive attitude. Godly character and positive attitude. Godly character and positive attitude. You can say it. The first ingredient you need to build a happy, successful marriage and relationship is godly character and a positive attitude. Okay, so let's deal with it more detail. In my way of introduction, I want you to understand that your future hangs on your character. Your future hangs on your character. I know everyone have a dream, everyone have a plan, everyone have a vision, everyone have a future. There's no man without a future. Someone said anyone that doesn't have a future doesn't have way to function tomorrow. Okay, so everyone have a future, but whatever is the definition of that future, whatever you see as a future of your life, I want you to know that character will influence that. Your character will influence that. Your future hangs on your character. Whatever character you choose to build today, know that it will affect your future positively or negatively. Okay, in marriage, the success of your marriage hangs on your character. The success of your relationship hangs on your character. You can be a very beautiful person, a very beautiful woman, a very handsome man as a man, but without a good character, you're doomed for destruction. Without good character, doom and destruction awaits you. In my years of life, by the special grace of God, I've been privileged to be a witness of many marriages. I have seen handsome men who cry like children because of lack of character. I've seen beautiful women frustrated because of character. They fail to build character. So you can be very beautiful, very handsome as a man, but if you have a character defect, there's a great destruction awaiting you. The essence of this video and this teaching is to make sure that we avoid the pitfall of character default. So that as you're hearing me, as you're listening to me, I want you to be intentional about your character. What character are you forming? What character are you building? What character do you allow to occupy in your life? What character do you build over the years? The devil is toiling with people's life and family because of lack of character. The entering point of the enemy to destroy your marriage is a defect in character. It's a default in character. If you build a character of warm affection, peace, and encouragement in your home, it will be impossible for the enemy to destroy your marriage. Now, I want you to understand that everyone that is set for marital bliss, marital journey, a relationship that will end in marriage, you know that you have one rival enemy. That's the devil. From the very beginning, the devil is against marriage. Anyway, you see a home that is working, the enemy is angry. And one of the entering point that the devil have to destroy people's life, destroy people's home, is defect in character. Where there's a defect in character, it is very easy. It gives the devil the penetration to destroy your home. So if you build a character of warm affection, peace, and encouragement in your home, it will be very impossible for enemy to destroy your marriage. My counsel, as you listen to me in this video, is that you should work on your character. Your character require workmanship. Work on it. Take a careful analysis of your life, of your character. Who are you like? How is your character like? Are you a peaceable person? Are you someone of integrity? Are you someone of trust? Can someone foul on you? Can someone invest his trust in you? Can someone take you by your word? Take a self-analysis on yourself. Who am I? How is my character like? Can someone stay with me happily? I want you to know there are people that people cannot stay with. In my video, I told us before that there are two parts of marriage or relationship. The first part is coming together, and the second part is staying together, living together. There are many people who are very attractive, who are very beautiful. In my last video, I let us to know that people start marriage by liking. At times, beauty is an attractive point that attracts people. Attract a man to a woman, attract a woman to a man. That man is handsome. That woman is very beautiful. So that becomes an attractiveness. Okay, and that attractiveness there is something that must keep. There are people that you see them from a distance, you like them, they visit you, they go, they come today, they go. But the moment you start staying together with that person, you know that this person is worse than the devil. So there are two parts of marriage and relationship: coming together and staying together. A lot of people are good at coming together. They will come and go. They come and go. But when it has to do with staying together, that's when you see the real character of the person. So my counsel, as you're listening to me, is take a self-analysis on yourself. Look into your character. Do you have a peaceable character? What is your character like? What's your attitude like? Can someone stay with you? The foundation of every successful marriage and relationship is you. Every marriage and relationship start with you. So the you carry into the marriage will have a great impact, positively or negatively, on the marriage you're going to build. So who are you like? What is the you? If the you, can you fall in love with you? Can you fall in love with yourself? I love myself. I like myself. If I have the privilege, I will fall in love and fall in love with myself every day because I like myself. So as I like myself, anyone coming to me will like me because I like myself. I love myself. I'm a peaceable person. So take analysis of yourself. How is your character like? Okay, what is character? Let's take a few definition of a couple of things here. What is character? In some research I've seen in books and had people speak, they say character is what you do when people is not looking. People say that character is the real you. I don't doubt that. That's true. I give validation on that. Character is the real you. You are the real. Your character is the real you, irrespective of what people see, what people think about you. Your character is the real you. So the character is what you do when no one is looking. Your character is what you do when no one is looking. Character is also the moral qualities of an individual. Every human being is created by God with what I call moral principles. There is morality in every man. We came out of God as a piece of God. There is a piece of God in us because we are created out of the image of God. So each individual, irrespective of what culture you are, what religion, what tradition you are, that is not an exemption. There's a moral quality in you. So character is the moral quality of an individual. Something we're born with, something we have to build, something we become intentional over our years of life to build. The moral quality of an individual. Okay, godly character can be defined as the ability to discern God's right way from the wrong. Godly character can be defined as the ability to discern God's right way from the wrong and to voluntarily surrender one's own life to do what is right in God's sight. A short definition of godly character is consistency, doing the right thing at the right time, in the right way, for the right reason. Can I say that again? A short definition of godly character is consistently doing the right thing at the right time, in the right way, for the right season and the right reason. Character is defined as a strength of your moral fiber. It is a distinguishing feature, characteristics, or a complex of mental and ethical traits making a person. Godly character is having a moral quality that are godly or that are God-like. In marriage, hear this, we need godly character as a major ingredient added to love to make it sweet. I told us before, love is not enough. Love is not static. Love is dynamic. Love can grow, it can diminish. As you're listening to me, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever seen someone, meet someone who has a nasty character, a nasty attitude? Have you ever run into someone that has a nasty attitude? If yes, the question is, how did you feel? And could you live with such a person in the house as a husband or as a wife? I have, in my years of experience, I have run into many mad people. Not that they are actually mad, naked. No, they are not naked, but they are mad because they don't have character. You know, it's quite funny. And if the person listening to me, yeah, I'm going to share this experience, listen to me now, you will understand. I've actually come across someone that said that to have a peaceful home, to be peaceful in the house is not normal. It's abnormal, very abnormal. Imagine when I wake up, it just wake up and say to me that the house is too peaceful. That if you have a man that doesn't slap in her once or two times a week, it's not normal. That any man that doesn't beat her, doesn't make her feel among, doesn't make her feel as a woman. And I begin to think, are you normal? Are you okay? And sincerely speaking, this is her life. She doesn't have a character control. She's always out of character. She can quarrel with you from morning till night. She doesn't care. That's a normal lifestyle. I mean, in marriage, we need godly character as an added ingredient to make love sweet. If you run into someone that is half mad with character, you can't even think about living it with such a person at home as a wife or as a husband. So character stands as a foundational issue. Anyone that doesn't have character cannot build a successful relationship. Because irrespective of the beauty, irrespective of the handsomeness, of the money, if you don't have character, you will see money, you can't eat it. You will see a fine house, you can't sleep. You will see a beautiful car, you can't drive. Character is a foundation, is a primary ingredient to make love sweet. If you live with someone that have a godly character, you will, every day of your life, every day of your marriage in the relationship will be heaven on earth. Even if you don't have all the luxury, you will know that you will have everything. You have the peace, you have the good moments, and you have nothing troubling you. I want you to understand that attitude and character is everything. Beyond marriage, in all relationship cut across all aspects of life. In my previous video, Living to the Fullness, where I talk about money, I talk to you about building quality relationship. So character and attitude cut across marriage. It will affect your professional life. It will affect your social life. It will affect your romantic life as a person. So it cut across all aspects of life. If you don't have a good character, if you don't have a positive attitude, you're going to lose so many things, including money, including good friendship, including good connection, good opportunities. You're going to lose it. So attitude is everything. I remember growing up as a young man, I've been into many people's marriages and many people's homes. One of them was a very close relation that we used to avoid going to his house because every time we go there, it's always a fight. The husband will fight with the wife will fight with the husband, they will break everything in the house, they will scatter everything. And we didn't like that, so we avoid going there. But we also had other people that we're close to, that we used to visit frequently because every time we visit there, everywhere is peaceful. At the point I used to think if there was nothing like quarrel in marriage, until I grew up and I didn't understand that when there is good godly character and positive attitude, there is conflict resolution management. They know how to manage their conflict without anybody knowing it. So attitude is everything. And I remember one of the books I was reading as a young man at age 17 that changed my life. It changed the physique of my destiny. It's called Attitude is Everything. As you listen to me, go back, go look for that book, read that book. It gave me a foundation as a young man to grow up in life. Attitude is everything. And I want to talk to you about this attitude. The most important and valuable asset you can possess is a good character and a positive attitude towards your life and others. Attitude and character will not only affect other people, it will first of all affect yourself. I've seen people regret in their old age because they did not take attitude and character very serious when they were young. They did not build a positive attitude and a good character when they were young. So when they get old, the whole thing caught up with them and they regret it. So attitude will affect you. Good character will affect you positively and negatively depending on what you do with it. If you build a good character and a positive attitude, you will stand to enjoy it beyond everyone that is in your life, in marriage, in relationship, or whatever cycle you have. It's going to affect you positively. You will enjoy it. So the most valuable asset you can possess within yourself is a good character and a positive attitude towards your life first and towards other people. It isn't how much you know about maintaining a positive attitude that counts. It is how consistent you are in putting those knowledge into practice. A lot of people know too much, but they apply too little. A lot of people know too much in life, but they apply too little. If you know too much about character and attitude management and everything, but you don't apply it in your life, it's as useless as you not knowing it. Your attitude is often one of the first thing people will notice about you. I remember some time ago, I walked into a restaurant to go and take a lunch, and then from the entering point, the way the waitress received me speaks so much about who she was. And I loved the way she received me, and it speaks volume of her, that you know this one is a peaceful person, is a gentle person. And if anyone said, okay, from a glance, can this one make a good life? You see from onset, yes, this one can make a good life, can make a good wife. So your attitude speak, your character and your attitude is the first thing people see about you. Beyond what other people will come to know about you in others, there's something that they call first impression. The first impression counts so much. So attitude speaks volume, and it means a lot in marriage. Your attitude either draw people to you or send people away from you. Your attitude and your character either draw people to you or it sends people away from you. I have found most of the time many of the characteristics we admire in other people is attitude. We admire and like to be around people who are positive, who are tenacious, and who are expectant. People with good attitude lift us up and inspired us. But when it comes to our relationship with our spouse, attitude become more important. Now get this. How is attitude and character important? Attitude determines performance. Whatever it is that you expect in your life, you want your life to become, it first of all starts with the attitude. The attitude you have in your internal, what they call internal attitude, will determine what your outer life will be. A lot of people are so negative in their inside life, in their internal life, and then they expect to be positive outside. It doesn't work that way. If you expect something positive, you have to build it positively inside, because whatever you become is the manifestation of what has been inside of you. A good attitude is an extra plus in life. It makes our life better. It also makes our marriage and our family better. You need to understand that a positive attitude creates a positive atmosphere which encourage positive and productive response from your spouse, children, and everyone around you. If you are not positive, you're going to have negative environment, negative home, negative spouse, negative children, and everyone staying around you, they're going to be negative. So when your attitude goes negative, you repel people and you repel things around you, and things around you will turn into problems. That's why many times you go to people's family, you can't even stay because they are so negative. There's no environment peace, there's no joy in that environment. In case your marriage is in chaos right now, don't try to change everything. Just try to change your attitude, and everything will change. A person with a negative attitude and bad character is a very dangerous and destructive person. Let me say that again. A person with a negative attitude and negative character is a very dangerous person, because everything that person touch, everywhere he go, is going to infect that environment. It's going to infect people with this negative or with a negative bad attitude and bad character, and everyone around them can be influenced over a period of time with that negative attitude and that negative character. So to me, there's nothing more important than impress me in a woman than a good character and a positive attitude. It's a personal view. No matter how beautiful you are, it doesn't interest me. If you don't have a good character, you don't have a good attitude, you're as useless to me as anything. Yes, if she likes, let her have the old heaven beauty and earthly treasure in her. If she doesn't have good character and a good attitude, I'm not interested. The Bible, look at it. The Bible clearly stated that beauty is deceptive and charm is in vain. It said, but the woman of good judgment who honors the Lord shall be praised. This is in Proverbs chapter 31, verse 30. I love the word of King Solomon, the wisest man who ever lived. Character and attitude remain the topmost priority in marriage, and nothing can take its place. Character and positive attitude remain the topmost priority in marriage, and nothing can take its place. Just like salt is to a soup, good character and attitude is a necessary ingredient to every marriage. As we cannot do away with salt in our soup, we can't do away with positive character and good character, positive attitude and good character in marriage. One of the best gifts you can offer your spouse in marriage is a good character and a positive attitude. These are the gifts that cannot be bought in the market, but you can build it from the deepest part of you. You need to build an attitude that encourages your spouse to keep loving you. Now, the extent of positive character and good attitude, godly character and positive attitude is that it's going to enable your love to grow. And you have to build this. If you must experience love, if you must make your love to grow in marriage, focus on building character, focus on building positive attitude. Character and attitude adjustment. Get this. How do you adjust your character? What do you have to do in case you are a victim of what I'm talking about? You have a problem with your character. Your spouse complain everywhere around. Your spouse doesn't admire you. Stay around him or her, or there's something about you that repel people, that repel your spouse. What do you have to do? Let's take some character and attitude adjustment. You have a choice to make. Before we go there, let me let you understand something. You have a choice to make in your marriage. You can choose an atmosphere of joy, love, peace, and affection by adjusting your character and your attitude. An environment of negativity and tension is hard on everyone, and some people are too lazy or too stubborn to make a decision to change their attitude. I told us in my previous video that before I go into a marital institution, I made a choice, and I backed that choice up with a sacrifice of every day to build my character and my attitude to be the best man any woman on earth will ever meet. Yes, I built that over years. I've spent over 15 years of my life building that. Every day I run a character check. I run an attitude check. Can a woman live with me? How is my life like? Can I be a best spouse for my woman? Can I be the best father for my children? Can I be a best friend to people that will come around me? What are the So here are eight practical ways to adjust your character and attitude to make your marriage and relationship a stronger one. Yeah, 8 character and attitude adjustment metrics I've set to help you make an adjustment to help you build a better marriage and relationship. Now, these 8 things I want to talk about is actually what makes influence people's character and attitude in a bad way, mostly in relationship and in marriage. These 8 things influence many people that once they set in, all these things set in, they are not in control of their character, they are not in control of their attitude. These 8 things influence and affect their character in marriage and relationship. So here are 8 character adjustment I want you to take. If you follow this 8 character adjustment, it's going to help you to build a happy, healthy marriage and relationship. Number 1, stop complaining. Stop complaining. In most marriages, in fact, nearly all the marriages I've seen that have problems, complain is always one of the issue. And one thing I've seen about complaints is that once people start complaining, their marriage and their relationship start having problem. And a complaint and a concern, what people call knocking, it's always a character problem. It's always an attitude problem. So first and foremost, you have to acknowledge that complaining is not a positive action, and it doesn't motivate your spouse to love you more. If you ever meet a complaining spouse, a nagging spouse, you understand that there's nothing you ever do in that relationship or in that marriage that will make him satisfied or that make her satisfied. Anyone that have this character of complaining, this attitude of complaining, you realize that there's nothing you ever do in that relationship or in that marriage that ever satisfy him. In fact, it has been proven that just the opposite takes place. Constant criticism and complaint shut down intimacy. So when intimacy shut down, love cannot grow. So stop on ordering your spouse to deal with, at the same time telling him or her that you love her unconditionally. There are a couple of things I see. People will complain, people will not, both male and female. When I talk about character, a lot of people think that character is only pertaining to female gender. It's not so. Male and female gender have a model to adjust, to do a character check, to build a character. Because most of the time, in most marriages, many marriages, it's not the female that are a problem, but the male. In marriage and relationship, males see themselves as an immovable factor, that when it comes to them, they are fixed, they are stable, they are immovable. So every problem is being channeled to a woman. So at times they push more character issues to a woman, but it's not a woman only. Some men are bunch of problem in character and attitude. So when I talk about character and attitude, it's gender equality, both male and female. So complaining in a relationship, constant complaining in a relationship and marriage, and also telling your spouse that you love him or her is a mixed message, it's a mixed signal. And this signal is confusing, it's a confused signal. So stop it. This mixed message is so confusing, and your spouse would quite naturally react and adjust to the other one. If you keep complaining, you complain, and you keep telling your wife you love him, or you tell your husband you love her, and the next moment you complain, the person is confused, doesn't know the message you're sending. Okay, so don't complain. Take 100% control of your character at all time. Take 100% control of your attitude at all time. Don't complain, okay? Because it's going to shut down intimacy in a relationship. If you want to have a marriage that is enjoyable, I'm not saying that you should not talk. There are attitude you come to report issue to your spouse. There are manners you come and present cases to your husband or to your wife. In my marriage, if you want to ask me, if my wife want to ask me of something, I told her, don't frank your face. Don't frown, just smile. Come smile and happy. Once I see your smiling face and your happy face, yes, I can attend to you. But if you frank in my house, we have a problem. I don't like an unhealthy environment in my home, because I have a lot of things to do with my memories. So just be happy at all time. No matter what the problem is, be excited and be happy. We are going to put our heads together, we're going to put our minds together, and we are going to resolve it. We're going to get to the solution to it. If you can maintain that environment of excitement and happiness, okay? So to complain is very bad in a relationship. Many people's home, this is their way of life. This is their pattern of living. They complain, they complain, they complain, and they don't know that this attitude and this character is pushing their spouse away and is killing their intimacy every day. So, in case what I'm saying now, you're a victim of this, take this as serious as possible to make this adjustment in your life. Okay, adjust it. Stop complaining. Number two, focus on handling stress. Focus on handling stress. Stress is what contributes to people's character to act out of their way. Stress has make people to act out of their character. Stress has make people to act out of their own attitude. When someone is so stressed, he doesn't know when he dash it out on his partner, his spouse, his loved one, the people around him or her. So when you focus on handling stress, you will be able to build an atmosphere of love, warm affection, and intimacy in your home and in your marriage. Focus on handling stress. As a man, you're listening to me, make sure that stress is not on your wife. A woman was not built to carry stress. A woman was not built to handle stress. A woman easily break down under stress. And most marriages are so stressful. Why do you build a marriage that is so stressful? Plan your marriage. Planning is one of the ingredients I'm going to talk about subsequently. Plan every aspect of your home. Marriage is built on planning. Marriage is built on knowledge. Plan everything. Make sure that stress is at investment level. That your husband is not stressed. That your wife is not stressed. Every man already have a heavy burden on their shoulder. You're listening to me as a woman. Don't allow your husband to be too stressed in your marriage. Every man already have many things on their shoulder. Men demand on them. Everything is on the man. Everything is on, and you're putting extra stress on him. He's going to break down. This is why we have so many widows at home, many widows in relationship, because they put so much stress on the man and the man died before their time. So you can't enjoy love. You can't enjoy love when you don't focus on handling stress. You will act out of your character. And many people, you go to marriages, this is what you see. You see they go through stress morning till night, and then they can't, their attitude and their character cannot be in order. So focus on handling stress. Whatever is that form of stress, if it is financial stress, focus on building a good budget and handle that stress. If it is children that is giving that stress, focus on handling it. Whatever it is that is the source of that stress, identify the source of that stress and focus on handling that stress. And then the third one is identify your negative and your pessimistic thought. Negative and pessimistic thought. What is a thought that makes you feel negative? What is that thing that makes you feel negative? What is that thing that when you reflect on it, it makes you feel negative? It kills your energy. It doesn't give you a positive energy in your relationship and your marriage. Focus on identifying them and handle them. At every point in time, you should be positive in your marriage, because until you are positive in your marriage and relationship, your attitude and your character cannot be good. You may not be a bad person. Most of the people that have helped resolve character and attitude problem, they are not actually bad people, but just that they have some things in their life that they've not handled, and those things impact on them negatively, and their attitude goes out of the way, their character goes out of the way, and in turn inflict their marriage negatively. It kills their love, it kills their intimacy, and whatever it is that would have built in the relationship that would have made them be positive and healthy, it kills, because you have not identified that negative, pessimistic thought. What is the thought that is running in your life? The book of Proverbs, chapter 24, chapter 3, verse 24 says, chapter 4, verse 23 says that we should guide our hearts, because out of our heart proceed issues of life. What is the thought that is in your heart? Are you a positive person? How positive are you? Can you focus on handling that aspect of your life that is making you negative? It's going to inflict your attitude. It's going to inflict your character, and in turn will kill the intimacy. In turn, kill the love that is supposed to build in your marriage and your relationship. Number 4, tell a supportive spouse or a supportive person how you feel. Tell a supportive person how you feel. And I believe in every marriage and relationship, your spouse supposed to be a more supportive person to you. As a husband, you're supposed to be more supportive to your wife, and as a wife, you're supposed to be more supportive to your husband. This is a healthy marriage and relationship. When your spouse is more supportive to you, you easily find intimacy. You easily find a shoulder to lean on in time of difficulties, in times of challenges. So tell your spouse, tell a supportive person how you feel. Don't carry your feelings by yourself at all times. At times there are some thoughts that comes to you, there are some problems that comes to you, you can't handle it alone. I said it before that no man is an island. You are not built to be an island. You need people. There must be people in your close cycle that you should be able to lean on, that you should seek for advice, you should seek for counsel. Where you're bored, where you're bored up, your thought is talking, that you don't know your way for your left from your right, where to think, what to do, what next to take. You need to find a supportive person. It can be a counselor, it can be a pastor, it can be a friend, it can be your spouse, it can be anybody, but make sure that this person is supportive to you. This will help you to build, to handle your character, to handle your attitude, mostly when you are tension, when you're under tension. All right. So you find someone that is supportive, and you lean on his shoulder and talk to. My life so far has been a compendium of supportive people around me. They have helped me to grow and helped me to resolve issues in my life. And I want you to find one. Find a few of them, okay, and build a strong relationship whereby you can lean on them, you can find their trust, you can earn their trust, and then it's going to help you to handle stress. It's going to help you to checkmate things that you can't handle by yourself. Find someone supportive and talk to, so it can help you handle your stress. It can help you handle the thoughts that are pessimistic, that are negative. Okay, number 5, act to settle a problem. Act to settle a problem. These are 8 character and attitude adjustment. Act to settle a problem. If there is a problem in your home, don't allow it to sleep. This is a common mistake I've seen in most marriage home. This is a common mistake I've seen in most relationship. They allowed problems to sleep. If there is a problem in your marriage, handle it as urgent as possible. When you allow a problem to sleep in your marriage and relationship, it will occupy, it will accumulate. One problem will accumulate to another, another will accumulate, another will continue to accumulate. At a point, your spouse, the husband or your wife, will not be able to hold it anymore, and that relationship will collapse, that marriage will collapse. So act to settle a problem as fast as possible. If your wife offended you, find a time. Most of the time when I handle conflict is in the night, when my brain is calm, I'm settled, my mind is at rest. I will just handle it amicably. So don't allow the problem to sleep under the carpet. This is a very dangerous attitude in marriage and relationship. Act to settle it. Whatever it is, any problem that you have in your marriage, you can solve it if you give attention to it. If you draw the attention of your wife or your attention of your husband respectfully and peacefully, both of you will sit down and you talk about it. Don't be afraid to talk about any problem you have in your marriage or in your relationship with your spouse. I believe that one of the signal, one of the character of a strong, healthy marriage and relationship is your ability to be polite, to be truthful, to be honest with your spouse. I shouldn't see anything in your marriage that you should not draw the attention of your spouse and talk to. So whatever is the problem, is the difference, always sit down, talk about it. To allow a problem to sleep is a very big problem in a marriage. It will destroy a marriage, it will destroy a relationship. So act as soon as possible, as fast as possible, to handle a problem. Don't allow it to accumulate. Number 6, control the if only. What do I call the if only? The expectation you place on your spouse. Control the if only. A marriage based on if only is never very healthy. If your spouse, or you find yourself thinking, if only my spouse would lose weight, if only my spouse would work less, if only my spouse would be more romantic, and so on and so forth, and you're setting yourself up for a very big disappointment. If only has destroyed so many marriage and so many relationships. If only my spouse can do this, if only my spouse can do that, if only my spouse. I don't say there is any problem or it is wrong for you to have expectation on your spouse, but control the if only. Control the expectation you have on your spouse. If you have zero expectation on your spouse, okay, in your marriage and in your relationship, you will not be disappointed. Where you don't have disappointment at any point in time in your life, you will be able to keep your character and your attitude under control and under check. If you expect your spouse to meet all of your need, you're going to be disappointed. This kind of attitude is what I call misplaced expectation. Misplaced expectation in relationship and marriage is when you expect your spouse, you put so much expectation on your spouse that you expect your spouse to handle everything in your relationship, handle everything in your marriage. It's going to break down that relationship. It's going to break down that marriage. Control it. Don't expect the other person to be your solution. Try as much as you can to provide solution to all the problem you have. If your spouse notices, see it, and come to your help, it's going to be an added advantage. It's going to be an added value. And anytime your spouse come to your aid, you see that as an added advantage, and you're going to appreciate your spouse for that help. But if you expect your spouse, your husband, your wife to be all in all for you in the relationship, if you fail that expectation, that marriage will affect, that failed expectation will affect your attitude negatively, and then that marriage will gradually diminish, deteriorate, and that love will die, and at the end that relationship will come to an end. Number 7, show gratitude. Show gratitude. Ingratitude in relationship, ingratitude in marriage has destroyed so many marriages, has destroyed so many relationships. A lot of men are so ingratitude, are so ungrateful. A lot of women are so ungrateful. Where there is ungratefulness in relationship and marriage, love cannot grow. Where there is ingratitude in marriage, love cannot grow. I am naturally a grateful person. Beyond my marriage relationship, I am naturally a grateful person. I appreciate everyone whosoever do something good to me. I appreciate them. I build this quality over time, and I want you to build it. Build it for your personal life, build it for your corporate life, build it for your marital life. Be a grateful person. You see, a wife will be busy in the kitchen cooking for the husband, and the husband will eat and finish. No appreciation. He thinks because it's his money, he provide the food in the house, he's entitled to it. Entitlement mentality has destroyed many marriages. Entitlement mentality has destroyed many relationships. If you're not a grateful person, your marriage will suffer. Your attitude will go bad, your character will go bad every day, and you will never enjoy a healthy marriage. You will never enjoy a healthy relationship. Show gratitude. Appreciate your spouse for everything. At times, the small thing you think, the common thing you think is small or common is what your spouse appreciate most, is what your spouse need most. When you appreciate him or her for the common thing, the small thing he has done, he will do more. Gratitude opens your spouse up to do greater things in your relationship, to do more things for you in your marriage. So appreciate him for everything. Appreciate her for everything. Even the thing you call the smallest thing, it matters so much in a relationship. Show gratitude. And then the last one is for you to choose fun and excitement in your home. Choose fun and excitement in your marriage. Choose fun and optimism in your life. Make your life, make your marriage, make your home tension free. Strive to build a tension free life. Strive to build a tension free environment. Strive to build a tension free home. When you make fun and optimism in your marriage a necessity, you will see your love grow. What is the extent of relationship? What is the extent of marriage? If your spouse cannot enjoy you, if people around you cannot enjoy you, there's no need for that relationship. Marriage was built for enjoyment. Let me define a wife for you before I close. A wife, in my definition, the acronym I have for a wife is what I call wonderful instrument for enjoyment. A wife is a wonderful instrument for your enjoyment. If you're happy, if you're married, you should be happy. Your wife should be a wonderful instrument for you to enjoy in your marriage. If you're married, your husband should be able to make you happy. You should be happy in your marriage. You should be happy in your relationship, because marriage and relationship was created by God for your enjoyment. So if you find yourself in one, it should not be a prison. It should not be an aquarium. It should not be a burden. I understand that a lot of people are enduring their marriage instead of enjoying their marriage. This is supposed not to be so for you. So if you follow this ingredient number one, I talked about attitude, godly character, and positive attitude, and then follow this 8 attitude adjustment in your marriage and your relationship, I bet you will have a happy marriage. You'll have a happy relationship. So before I close, let me do a quick review of what I call the 8 character and attitude adjustment. Number one, stop complaining. Number two, focus on handling stress. Three, the way for you to focus on handling stress is for you to identify your negative and your pessimistic thought. Number four, tell a supportive person how you feel. Act to settle whatever problem that may make you feel negative, that makes you affect your character. Act to settle that problem as soon as possible. Remember, don't allow problems to accumulate in your relationship. Don't ignore a problem in your marriage. Don't allow it to accumulate. Whatever is the difference, talk about it as soon as possible. Then control the if only. Many people have so many expectations. Control that if only. Put it under your control. Number seven, show gratitude. And the last one, choose fun, excitement, and optimism in your life, in your marriage, and in your home. Make sure you build a tension-free life. Make sure you build a tension-free home. As a man, I want to conclude with this. Don't pride yourself in being a difficult man. Many people enjoy being a difficult person. Don't pride yourself being a difficult person. If you're a difficult person, you will carry that attitude and that character into your marriage. Make your life as simple as possible. Make your life as simple as anything, so that your spouse can access you, your children can access you, and you can build a better home. You can build a home that is filled with fun, that is filled with joy, that is filled with happiness, that is filled with excitement. It's going to be until you have this, you create this environment, you cannot build a relationship that makes your love to grow every day. Follow this first ingredient and you will thank me later. My name is Isaiah James. I want to take our time to appreciate you for staying tuned with Marriage and Relationship Talk 201 today. Let's keep the time, let's keep the date and the venue next week. 2 p.m. next week, Friday, on Facebook page like this. We're going to talk on marriage and relationship Talk 301. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to like my channel, download it, and discuss it. And don't forget to invest in your personal knowledge. What I'm talking to you is being put down in a book, and in due time, I will let you have the book. But for the meantime, get on my page, download my books, my material, stay on the path of knowledge, like my videos, download more of my teachings on my faith on my YouTube channels, like this page, share with a friend. Contact me if you have any discussion. Contact me if you have any question. Contact me if you have any challenge. If you want anything, want me to talk about anything, or you want to share some issues that is bottling your marriage in your relationship life, I am open for you. Contact me, chat me up. My details going to be dropped down at the comment section of this video. Don't fail to reach out to me. Remember, I am a destiny builder. I am here to make you live to the fullness in all area of your life, including your marriage. Thank you for coming my way. Thank you for staying tuned. Also, Marriage and Relationship Talk 201. Till I come your way next time. Bye and God bless you.